Hello lovely people, welcome to Notched to 11's second ever beach dig. I'm back from my holes now. If you've seen the previous video from last week, you'll see that I'm now back and I've had a day on the permission. But whilst I was away, I was up on the northeast coast in Northumbria of the UK, an amazing part of the world. If ever you get a chance to visit, it's stacked full of history, the coastline there. Lots of castles, lots of wonderful things to go and see. You're not a million miles away from the Scottish border. So I had a great opportunity with my family to go and venture around some of that. I did, on the very last day of our holiday, have a chance to get on the beach for a few hours. It's quite a short video. I did wonder whether I should put it on at all, actually, because it's not very long. It's only 5 or 6 minutes, I think. But that said, it was a good opportunity to share some beach digging, but also to share some tips. If you are a Simplex user and if you are keen on getting on the beach, I put a couple of tips on the settings there in the video, courtesy of the lovely Adam from D-Tech Sussex. And going back to Northumbria, as I said, it's an amazing part of the world, loads of history, and we visited quite a few museums in castles and things. And what's really, really interesting, which gives us hope, all of us hope, when we're metal detecting, is that some of the stuff in the cabinets that I found, along with some amazing stuff, were just normal day-to-day metal detecting finds that most of us tend to find on our fields and permissions from time to time. So there's hope for us all. So sit back, relax. I hope you enjoy this short video. I've also included a few photos at the end of some of the history that we spotted along the way. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Good morning, you lovely people, and welcome from the Northumbria coast. For those of you who don't know where that is, that's on the very northeast of England in the UK, and I'm up here with my family on a week's holiday. We're staying up, you can probably just see on the top there, in a kind of caravan park, which is lovely, and we've been blessed with the weather. And finally, it's our last day before we go home tomorrow, and I've had a chance to finally find a low tide and have a little try at a bit of sand detecting. And for those of my loyal followers, you'll know I don't do a lot of that. Last time I did that, I was with treasure hunting with Tom, and I found about 7 quid, didn't I, Tom? But today is more about just having a little roam. There's lots of black sand, which I've, from memory, from watching D-Tech Sussex's and South Coast detecting videos, that means good things in terms of where deposits lay, but it's quite wet sand, and I've only got my little plastic Nokta Makro shovel, so not quite sure how easy it will be to dig, but let's give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? We'll have a lovely morning on the seaside. Right, I'll see you in a bit. Very first find on the Northumbrian coast is a bit of aluminium. Awesome, believe it or not, I'm quite happy with that. See you in a bit. Classic. Shiny one. Hasn't been dropped long. Lovely. That's 2 classics, one after the other. Lovely job. Right, next one. We got one up in the high 70s. Up until now, I haven't filmed them. I found about 6, I'd say, whole tin cans buried under the surface. So intentionally, I think, fairly recently. Not by kids, but by young adults and adults. Cans of lager and cider. Rather than take them home, you lazy buggers. Anyway, let's see if it's out. So let's see if we can find this one together. Oh, hello. What is that? Little dog tag, I reckon. Sorry. Yeah, it's got something on there which might be an address, so I won't show it, but there you are. First find of note. A little dog tag or animal pet tag. I will double check the writing just to make sure there's not something different. If it is, I'll let you know. Failing that, see you on the next one. Right, we've got one in the 20s here, which we'll have a look for in a second. Before I do that, if you are using the Simplex, and certainly if you're new to beach detecting, as I am relatively new to it, I've only been a couple of times. I'm no expert, but I do know someone who I consider to be one, and that is Adam from Detect Sussex. So if you don't already subscribe to Adam, make sure you do. He is fantastic. He's one of the Nokta Makro nomads, so he is held in very high esteem by those individuals for obvious reasons. He's a guru on all things Simplex, actually. But his beach setting suggestions are, if you're on dry sand, which I found myself a pocket of, he suggests to go over to beach mode, to automatically ground balance, and then move into Park 2 or Park 1 if you prefer. And then if you're on the wet sand, his suggestion is to manually ground balance right down to 0 to get rid of all of that mineralization, etc. And then move to, I think he uses all metal mode, which I'm not familiar with, so I don't use that. I'm particularly on, I think I'm on Park 1. But again, you know, have a look at Adam's videos. He's got the info on that, but hopefully that helps if you are thinking about what settings to use on the beach. Anyway, let's see if we can find what's on here. He says. There we are. Yeah, wasn't expecting much, and it wasn't much. Another little bit of those. I found loads of these now. No cash though, so whoever has their picnics on here obviously doesn't bring any money with them, but plenty of lager and cans of pop. Okay, moving on. Right, last but by no means least, finally a decent signal, but it's getting busy now, so I'm going to head off, I think. Once I've found this is in the late 60s. If I can find it. Ah, there you go. Pound coin. There you go. There we are. And an audience. Pound coin. Thanks for stopping by. That was good fun. Just found my last find, which was a pound coin, as you've just seen. And I had a little audience. I had a young lad who was watching me. His mum and dad came over and I showed it to him, and I thought, well, why not? So he's now a proud owner of a shiny £1 coin. He's going to go and buy some sweets or shove it in the arcade, I imagine. Right, I'm calling it a day. Not much to write home about. I'm not going to do a roundup. I found that little dog tag thing. I had a look at that, and that's it's got some kind of details to scan it in and find the owner, but it looks very, very old, so I'm not going to bother too much. And then the rest is going in the bin, and the pound's going home, or to the arcade at least, for the young lad, which is quite cool. So thanks as always. I'll see you on the next one. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a short video. Couple of side notes. Firstly, that young lad that I gave the pound to, I bumped into him and his mum and dad that evening, and they were absolutely thrilled. So much so that he'd said to them that he wants to get a metal detector and find some treasure. So I may well have inspired the next generation of metal detectors. So that was really cool, really sweet. And also, Detectable is coming. So my next video after this one will be live from there. I'm going to try and do a couple of live videos if I can, but also pick up another couple of episodes, hopefully at least, that I can share with you, because I'm hoping it's going to be an amazing event. I also mentioned a couple of videos back that my Digiversary is coming up. So I will have been metal detecting for 1 year very, very soon. And I now know the date that I picked up my Garrett Ace 250. It was in October. So coming up in the next few weeks, I'm going to be organising a giveaway. I'd love you to be involved and give you the chance to win some hopefully relatively cool stuff. So watch this space, look out for the detectable videos, and thanks as always for stopping by.